Darren, come in, Darren. Are you there? Are you hearing me on walking? Hello, folks, and welcome to LivePlaySports.tv for Friday Night Football. We are coming to you tonight from Bishop Alemany High School in Mission Hills, California at Father Milbauer Stadium. It is a Mission League matchup between the visitors, the Knights of Notre Dame of Sherman Oaks, against the home team, the Alemany Warriors, and it is homecoming night. We've already had fireworks, we've already had the national anthem, and spirits are high in the stadium tonight. Both teams coming in league play at 0-1. There you see the 2017 comparison, and they have a mirror image of each other's records. The Knights 4-1, the Warriors 1-4. But the story tonight, even though he may not want this attention, Notre Dame coach Kevin Rooney coming in with 299 career wins in his 38th season. His next victory would be his 300th. That includes 18 league championships and 4 CIF Southern Section titles, including 3 straight from 2002 to 2004. But the home team about to take the field, as you see the banner and the cheerleaders lining the sides for the Warriors to come out in this very intimate stadium tucked in the trees in Mission Hills. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan. I'll have your play-by-play all night long, our second night of 3 straight nights of football for you here on LivePlaySports.tv. Last night we were up at Canyon High School in Valencia, where we saw the Hart Indians shut out the visiting Ventura Cougars 26-0 behind the good and the bad of future Cal Berkeley quarterback J.T. Shrout. We saw him throw touchdowns, so we saw him turn the ball over. And tonight we'll see some fine players as well. We'll go over that as the game unfolds. As you see the coin toss, in the golden helmets with the white jerseys are the visiting Notre Dame Knights, and the home team, the Alemany Warriors, in those gray uniforms. Notre Dame will receive the opening kickoff as the band marches onto the track. Mentioned both these teams 0-1 in Mission League play. That was their latest game after the preseason schedule, the pre-league schedule. Notre Dame losing a heartbreaker 28-21 versus Loyola. They were down 21-0 in the first half and couldn't recover. So that may serve as a wake-up call for them not to get down early. On the other side, Alemany losing 38-20 to Sarah of Gardena. That's or Gardena, however you want to say it. I think it's Gardena. Sarah, 6-0 last year, won the Mission League with an undefeated league schedule. Alemany with a solid coach themselves in James Washington, former NFL player for the Dallas Cowboys. The LA Rams, the 88-89 LA Rams, now back in LA, and spent a year with the Washington Redskins. And here come the Alemany Warriors taking the field. There you see the flags with the A, and this is war flag as well. Alemany trying to find its identity. Junior quarterback Trip Mitchell started the first 4 games. He was efficient enough to throw 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But he's out with a concussion for the second straight game. It's sophomore quarterback Jared Haywood, who in that loss to Gardena, to Sarah, was 18 of 37 for 154 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. So they're hoping tonight, with a game under his belt, him and his receivers can start clicking. They do have a big playmaker emerging this year in Jacob Perez, who had 300 yards receiving in 1 game already. On the other side, for Kevin Rooney's Knights, it's no secret. They like to run and run some more, and they've got some good ones. Out of the quarterback position, 2 sports star, baseball right fielder Noah Taylor. He won't throw it much, but he will run, averaging over 10 yards a carry. And then they come at you from the tailback position with 3 different backs, and we'll get to them as Notre Dame should be taking the field on offense after this kickoff, barring any fumbles. And it's already getting darker. The lights are brighter. It's Friday night lights. It's Friday night football from Alemany High School in Mission Hills. The opening kickoff. Here we go. And that ball into the end zone for a touchback. The very back of the end zone.
This kickoff is a touchback. Ball will be spotted on the 20-yard line. First down, Knights.
Vivas, the kicker for Alemany. And Notre Dame about to take the field. They are anchored on the offensive line as well by number 70, Jordan Palmer, you see, just to the right of signal caller Noah Taylor. Taylor out of the shotgun, 2-back formation, 3 wideouts. Handoff right away up the middle. He's got room and taking it all the way to about the 40. That's number 28, Malachi Meeks. Meeks at 5'9", 210, probably the most powerful of their 3 featured tailbacks. The other 2 being number 24, Mikel Broussard, and number 23, Christian Grubb, who has broken some long runs this season. And there is Broussard. So 2 plays, and they've already shown us 2 of their backs. The previous play actually went for a 14-yard run. That's a 1-yard gain by Grubb, or by Broussard, rather.
Assisting on the play, number 19, Alton Johnson.
Broussard, a junior, coming in with 44 carries for 312 yards, averaging just a shade over 7 yards a carry, has 5 touchdowns on the ground, 6 overall. Ball at the 35. Taylor faking the run out of the quarterback position. And the ball carrier is piled up. That's Broussard once again, number 24. Broussard helping out his teammate, fixing the jersey of his lineman. Got to take care of your linemen, especially when they're allowing you to run for all these yards this season. It's led them to that 4-1 mark.
Ball spotted on the 36-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 8.
Luca DeCristo at the 36, 3rd down and 8. And a jarring hit at the end of the play by number 4 for Alemany. That's Elijah Doyle. We didn't mention him in the pregame. We probably should have. Headed to Arizona State. He is their standout defender out of the secondary. And there you saw right there, shaking up on the field, is Notre Dame's ball carrier. And he is up on his own will jog off the field. That's always good to see.
Ball spotted on the 38-yard line.
Number 2, Cameron Jones. So that sets up a 4th down and 6. The punting unit is on for the Knights. 29, Matthew Hamilton handling the punting duties, it looks like. And he just gets it off. No chance at a return. And number 9, Andre Bray, secures the ball, and the official will mark it at the 30-yard line. That's where the first drive will start for the home team, the Alemany Warriors. And we'll take a look. As I mentioned, sophomore quarterback Jared Haywood, now with one start under his belt. Trip Mitchell still out. Can this offense find its identity? Can they get the ball to their playmaker, Jacob Perez? They'll have to be creative with that. As I mentioned, he's had some huge games and some games as well where they haven't been able to get him separation or finding him within the secondary of the defense. They start in the shotgun as well with a man in motion. Haywood rolling right, has some time, he fires, and a catchable ball, but incomplete intended for number 9, Jacob Perez. So they find Perez there, and you have to wonder as the game goes on, even though that's the first play of the game, those are the plays they'll have to make to string together some drives and keep their playmaker making plays. Second down and 10 from the 30. They look to the sideline for the play call. They feature a couple of backs as well. Sophomore William Camacho. They go to the air, second play in a row, incomplete. Their other back, number 6, the junior Jalen Sargent, will see time as well. Third down and 10 for Alemany. Four wideouts, and not sure if this is their usual process, but looks like taking some time between plays to get the play from the sidelines with a new quarterback. And look at Perez again. Perez had a little bit of room. That ball just over his head. And those are the kind of passes. Perez had room in the middle of the field if he caught that in stride. And who knows how long he could have took it for. Instead, it's a 3 and out for Alemany with 9:39 to go in the first quarter. And now the punting unit is on for the home team. A little bit difficult to see these jerseys with that red on gray. Timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field.
Here on liveplaysports.tv from Alemany High.
Did they charge that to Notre Dame, I guess?
Yeah, he pointed that way.
Tomorrow night,
He didn't do the full-on signal.
we'll have Trinity Classical Academy versus Santa Clarita Christian for a 7 p.m. kickoff at College of the Canyons, completing our third game in 3 nights. And I believe the timeout is credited to Alemany.
Number 3, Aldo Giamonco in punt formation.
Not too much distance separating these two schools. Sherman Oaks right down the road, really, but of course in traffic, you're looking at 20 minutes or so because it's Los Angeles. Punting unit on again. One man back deep for Notre Dame. Gets it off. Number 4 is the return man. He calls it off. The ball will take a very friendly roll all the way inside the 10-yard line. Number 1, Shane Morton chased it down. Number 4, Cade Harris, the return man from Notre Dame, chose to let it roll, and roll it did. Looks like the officials will actually mark it right at the 10. So Noah Taylor and his offense facing a 90-yard challenge early on in the first quarter. Mentioned Taylor, the right fielder for the baseball team. They were the Mission League champions. An outstanding baseball team we had a chance to cover all season long. On defense, on this squad, Michael Whiteside, the DH for the baseball team. We'll see him as well. Standout defender. And they stay on the ground.
Ball carried number 24.
to Broussard.
Tackle made by number 28.
And Broussard rumbles for about 6 yards.
Along with number 8, Robert Ruggiero. 6-yard gain, brings him second down and 4.
So Taylor coming in, averaging less than 10 pass attempts a game. Like I said, it's a running team, and they have the options. Broussard and Grubb, more small scat backs.
Oh, no.
Faking it to Meeks on that one. Meeks is the more powerful of the backs of the three.
Against the Knights.
All of them juniors, so penalty on Notre Dame. They'll have all these running backs next year conceivably as well. Under 9 to go now in the first quarter.
Yeah, right on 10. Result of the penalty spots the ball on the 10-yard line. Second down and 9.
So now, that run on the previous play by Broussard. A little bit for naught as they go back to the 10-yard line. Taylor mishandles the snap over his head. He's in the end zone. He may be in trouble, and he is. And just like that, it is 2-0 Alemany with the big safety.
Number 1, Shane Morgan with the tackle in the end zone.
So check it out. Taylor out of the shotgun from his center, just a little bit over his head. Chases it down. Didn't have many options at this point. He really just had to go down. Number 5 wrapping him up, really. That's
Number 5,
Hector
Palacios.
Palacios with the safety.
Play is a safety.
5'9", 210-pound senior, listed as a defensive end. And he was the man on the spot there to give his team the first 2 points of the ball game. And of course, they'll get possession as well. Early mistake for the Knights, looking for that 300th win for their coach. And they haven't run much with Taylor just yet, showcasing the running backs instead. So the kicking team will come on. Coach James Washington said Alemany lost last week's game on offense and special teams. So he has to like what he sees when they pin the ball at the 10-yard line moments ago, because that set up that snap for that safety and gave his team the first points of tonight's contest. One man back deep. Once again, folks, really tough to make out these jerseys. So they've got a man back there, and I'll tell you who he is when I find out. A little bit of a distance here between myself and the field as well. They keep this one on the ground, so the up man will take it. That's number 27 for Alemany, and he does turn the corner to pick up some yardage. Deontay Caldwell, I believe, is the return man. That's who's in the roster as 27. So they will start this drive at the 35 of Notre Dame. Got to capitalize here. Great opportunity for Haywood. Out of the shotgun to the ground. It's Sargent. Sargent knocking heads at the end of the play with number 20 for Notre Dame. Magdalena Sequoia.
That will be number 20, Magdalena. Ball is spotted on the 29-yard line.
6-yard gain by Sargent on his first carry of the game. And they look to the sideline again. Not sure if this is really to their advantage, giving Notre Dame time to get set. They stay with Sargent. He goes off left tackle this time. A pile of white jerseys converge, and the whistle will blow. But looks like he picked up first down yardage as they mark it at the 25-yard line. Haywood, just a sophomore. 4 wideouts, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Back to Sargent. Sargent, no room on the left side.
Sargent with the carry. Tackle made by number 66, Daniel Fitzmorris.
Daniel Fitzmorris in on the play. There you see Sargent, only 153 pounds. 2-yard gain. So they've run 6 plays, 0 for 3 in the air, and now 3 straight runs to Sargent, and that time the ball was low, but you got to come up with that one. Really about execution. Should Haywood have thrown it better? Probably. Should the receiver have MTA? Made the adjustment? Probably as well. But juggles it on a little bit of a low ball, intended for number 8, crossing across the field. And back to live action. Looking corner. The outstretched arms near the pylon. Incomplete.
For number 3, Aldo Giamanco.
Intended for number 3, Aldo Giamanco. Robert Ruggiero was the receiver intended on the previous play. So now 4th down and 8 from the 23. The field goal unit is on. So Celio Vivas, the kicker, number 16, comes on. He's 1 for 2 on the season on field goal attempts. It was a 27-yarder. Let's see what he can do here. It's low. It's a line drive, and it is good. 33-yarder. That's his season long.
Your Alemany Warriors, 5.
Or correction, it was a bit longer than that, actually. But it's 5-0. The Alemany Warriors on top. And it looks like we're in baseball season with that score. There you see a great turnout. We're up there in the booth, and the fans on their feet after the Alemany score, the second of the game. The band keeping the energy up. Vivas. The kickoff is just inside the end zone. Broussard does not have a chance to bring it out. It's a touchback. We're going to call that kick a 40-yard field goal. So at the high school level, that is one solid kick by Vivas. And now we see Taylor on the ground looking for room himself. Six-yard gain for Noah Taylor, who has yet to attempt a pass. And that is not unique when it comes to this offense. Their 3 leading receivers are all tied with only 5 receptions. Second down and 4. Man in motion. And 24, Broussard takes a big hit.
Tackle made by number 5, Hector Palacios.
Palacios in on the play. The man who had the safety moments ago.
Ball is spotted on the 31-yard line. First down, Knights.
5-yard gain. It's a first down for Notre Dame. Broussard early on, 3 carries for 12 yards from the 31. Taylor goes to the air, the left-handed throw.
Pass is incomplete.
Just behind the intended receiver. Number 4, Cade Harris. I forgot about that. Taylor also a left-handed hitter. Keep making these baseball comparisons because I saw so much of him during the baseball season. Sure went on some hot streaks at the plate. Second down and 10. Cameron Jones. Wide to Taylor's left. Taylor on the ground. Taylor takes it for about 3. Call it 2. Third down and 8. You're watching LivePlaySports.tv. It's Friday Night Football from Bishop Alemany High School, Father Milbauer Stadium. Why does it say 6-0? It's 5-0.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field.
Delay of game.
Or rather, a delay of game penalty. Looks like they were trying to save themselves from that damage, but to no avail. Notre Dame will be pushed back a bit.
Results of penalties off the ball on the 28-yard line.
That sets up a third down and 13 from the 28-yard line. Notre Dame yet to break free any of their 3 runners. I don't believe we've seen Grubb tonight. I don't know if he's out. He's number 23. He's their real speedster. And a flag again.
False start against the Knights is the call.
And a false start. So starting to get a bit sloppy are the Notre Dame Knights. Not the mark of a disciplined Kevin Rooney team. Sure, he'd like to right this ship before they get down anymore. 5-0, very manageable. Still early on in this one, 4:32 to go in the first quarter. Third down and 18 from the 23-yard line. Not a passing team, so will they pass on 3rd and 18, or will they try to count on the legs as they do so much in this offense of their tailbacks? It's Broussard in the backfield with Taylor. Taylor right away shoots up the gap. Taylor looking for room, but he stumbles, kind of tripped over his own man's legs. Gain of 8, it looks like. So not nearly enough yardage. 4th and 10. Punting unit on once again. Number 29 for Notre Dame, Matthew Hamilton, who also, now that I recall, was one of the key pinch hitters for the baseball team. So a lot of 2-sport athletes on the field tonight for the Knights. It's a high kick. It is fielded and muffed, and it's a loose ball going to the ground. I think Alemany came back up with it. But #24, Chase Edwards Morgan let that ball hit his fingertips. See the replay here. Morgan, he has some speed.
Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. First down, Warriors.
And it trickled off his fingertips. It was anybody's ball, but luckily they do recover. And Haywood and company back on the field starting this drive at the 39-yard line, their own 39. 4 wideouts, 2 to each side, 1 man in the backfield with Haywood. Haywood looking to the sideline once again. for the play call. Haywood looking right. They find Perez. Perez turns upfield. Looks like he got past midfield. So that's one way to get him involved. The right out of the shotgun, look right, fire right away, let Perez do the work. And he does come up with 13 yards on his first catch of the ball game. And maybe a confidence builder as the first completion for Haywood after 5 straight incompletions to open the contest. From the 48, back to the ground. Number 10 spinning. Quentin Lyons with the tackle. Nazar Bambata, the ball carrier.
Along with number 44, Quentin Lyons. No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
Loss of maybe 1. They do say 2nd and 10, but the ball is marked back a bit. I think it's 2nd and 11 actually. Firing, Haywood. And that time looked like he was just throwing in the general area. Nobody had a chance at that one. Sets up a 3rd down. Perez coming in with 36 grabs, 538 yards, averaging 14.9 yards a catch with 5 touchdowns. He had 12 receptions for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in one game versus Jay Serra. From the 48. The 48 of Notre Dame. There's Perez. Perez cannot hang on, a little behind him, but he's got to make that grab.
Intended for Jacob Perez.
That's the information I got, but that doesn't make sense that Perez had that kind of game against Jay Serra. You can't score 4 touchdowns when your team only scores 1, so that must have been another game. But he's got some big numbers nonetheless on the season. Also had 11 catches against Oaks Christian after a pretty modest season last year. From the 48, the punt. It's a high one, giving the team some time to run down, but the fair catch is called for on one knee. Cade Harris secures the ball. Probably replaying his head what he saw on the other side. Did not want to make a mistake for his team. And the Notre Dame offense will take the field once again. Starting this drive at the 22. Saw them mix in some more Taylor runs on the last drive. He had 3 carries for 16 yards. And starting to think that Christian Grubb is out tonight. Try to find that information for you at halftime out of the shotgun. And I think it was a fake handoff, and Taylor kept it again. Not sure, as the pile blocked our vision.
No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
They look very similar, but
2nd down and 10, no matter. 5-0. Alemany, 2:18 and ticking on the clock in the first quarter.
Timeout on the field. Timeout charge to the Knights.
Timeout Notre Dame. Coach Kevin Rooney, he's had the same defensive coordinator, Joe McNabb, since 1981. So really just a great program. Cares about the students, grooming these young men as football players and for life. That school. Coach Tom Dill celebrated his 25th season as a baseball coach this year. You look at number 11, Noah Taylor, to the right of your screen, you got to go, wow, when he goes from baseball to football, his head coaches have 63 years of high school head coaching experience. Pretty incredible between Tom Dill and Kevin Rooney. And the ultimate baseball crossover. Major League Baseball's #1 power hitter, Giancarlo Stanton, then Mike Stanton, when he played for Notre Dame High. Well, he played baseball and football. All CIF football player in 2006 for the Knights. Here we go. Noah Taylor, handoff up the middle. And a pile. Seals the gap on Broussard. Gains a yard.
Short gain brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Taylor set up in the shotgun formation. Cameron Jones, bottom of your screen to the right. He looks that way. He fires sideline. Jones with a chance, but even though he caught it, did not have an opportunity to drag those feet in. Incomplete.
Defending on play #1, Shane Martin.
So 4th down once again. Hamilton on for, I believe, his 3rd punt of the game already. And that time, Alemany hauls in the fair catch. Chase Edwards Morgan is second on the team in all-purpose yards. And Alemany taking another crack at it with 1:18 to go in the first quarter. In this low-scoring affair thus far, kind of what we expected when you look at the makeup of these squads and how their seasons have unfolded. We are just about smack dab in the middle of the regular season and just getting into league play. Haywood to Sargent. Sargent to the left side. Sargent looking for room. And he finds a hole. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. Back to Sargent, looking for a rhythm from him, and it looks like he got past the 1st down marker. Notre Dame says there was a fumble, and they say they have it. Let's see what the officials say, as they are the final verdict. Players have a tendency to do that, try to trick the officials, but didn't work that time. First down run by Sargent. Gain of 5. Now in Notre Dame territory once again. And why not go back to Sargent? He's getting these short gains. Ball control offense. Keeping Notre Dame's offense off the field. And they continue their deliberate march. Ball at the 44. 5 more yards for Sargent. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The score, as a result of a safety and a field goal, it's Alemany on top, the home team, 5-0 over the Notre Dame Knights here on LivePlaySports.tv. We'll be back shortly for second quarter action. Back for the second quarter. It starts with the officials blowing the whistle. Maybe not ready to go just yet.
Ball spotted on the 44-yard line. Second down and 5.
Only points thus far by special teams and Alemany's defense with that safety. The offense is somewhat stagnant on both sides. There's a pitch to Sargent. Doesn't have much room.
Ball carried by number 6, Jalen Sargent, 65. Tackle made by number 65, Griffin Hartstrom. No gain on the play, brings up third down and 5.
Gain of 1 by Sargent. First quarter, he had 6 carries for 28 yards. Maybe that's a game plan they should stick with, as he looks like he was finding a bit of a rhythm. Came into the game averaging 4.5 yards a carry. We haven't seen their other back, William Camacho. Bit of a mystery on him as well, whether he's injured. And Sargent on the near hash mark toward the sideline.
Ball carried by number 6, Jalen Sargent.
I think he got about 3 on that one. There's a flag in. It will go against Alemany, so that's going to be a holding, I believe. Sargent coming in 35 carries and already 7 tonight. 159 yards on the season before tonight with 4 rushing touchdowns. Third down and 16 now at the 45-yard line. I know it says 4th and 9 on your screen. It is third down and 16. They go to the air. Haywood looking. Haywood finding his man. That's an accurate throw across the middle. That's what they're looking for from their sophomore.
Alan Green.
Alan Green, the senior with the grab, number 2.
To the plate is a Warriors first down.
So it looks like
Hitting his man in stride. That's what you need to do. Stop made by Cameron Jones at the end of the play. From the 38. Big hit taken by Haywood.
Down by number 54, Brendan O'Connor. No gain. No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
Second down and 10. Across the middle again to that same man, Alan Green. So maybe Haywood has found his dance partner.
Alan Green.
Tackle by 44.
Tackle on the play by number 44, Quinton Lyons.
60 even seems really slow,
Short gain, brings up third down and
4-yard gain. Green, 2 catches, 22 yards on this drive. And that could really help him in the passing game, complimenting Jacob Perez on the other side, open things up for him as this game unfolds. Third down and 6 from the 34 of Notre Dame. Haywood looking a little more confident out there with 3 wideouts to his left, 1 up top. Haywood looking. Here comes the pass rush. He'll run out of that, roll left. Fire on the run. Making a diving effort,
catch it.
but did not come up with it. I think it was Green laying out for that one again. Let's take a look at this. The pursuit by number 66 for Notre Dame. Haywood felt it. Haywood knew it. Rolled out of there, throwing on the run. And Green looking for his 3rd catch of the drive, but just a tad bit short. Timeout on the field. Alemany last year 3-7 overall, 3-3 in league play. Had some high hopes this season, but now 1-4. Can atone for that. Only 0-1 in league. Plenty of football left to play. They opened the season with a 36-7 victory at San Fernando, but it's been 4 straight losses since then. 4th down and 6. They will go for it. Rolling to his left on the run. Throws it up. Nice catch, keeping the feet in bounds. So Haywood definitely gaining confidence now. 16-yard gain to Morgan. The man we saw fumble the punt earlier, so he atones for that a bit.
Sargent.
3-yard run by Sargent. And Haywood, after opening the game 0 for 5, now 3 of his last 4 in the air. And that's progress. 2nd down and 7 from the 15-yard line, knocking on the door in the red zone. The Alemany Warriors already with a 5-0 lead over Notre Dame, looking to his right, hitting his man out on the flat. It looks like it's Green again, I believe. Or rather, Jacob Perez, I'm sorry, their leading receiver. Modest gain by Perez.
Short gain brings up 3rd down and 4.
Call it 3. And Haywood now 4 of his last 5. The sophomore getting valuable experience. They go to the ground. Off left tackle. He had one man to beat. Sargent saving the touchdown for Notre Dame, number 65.
Tackle made by number 65.
Griffin Hartshorn.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
So that was a 3rd down play before that. Just going by the scoreboard, folks. Looking for the signal from the officials. 2nd effort. Well, the ball comes loose.
Ball carried by number 6, Jalen Sargent.
They stay with Sargent.
Tackle made by number 5.
5 more yards for Sargent. They mark the ball at the 2-yard line. 1st down and goal.
Ball's
Looking for either team's first touchdown of the game. 7:16, clock ticking away. And that time Notre Dame was ready.
Tackle made by number 57, Max Kozak.
Seen some players take big hits early on. And it's Sargent, I believe, shaken up and not getting on his legs. So hoping the best for this young man as he rests on the field waiting for treatment.
All right, so Camacho, where's Camacho? How come he's not playing? Right? I saw him on the sideline.
Is he hurt? Camacho? They're missing one of their running backs too. Their main running back. Injured? Oh. That's Sargent down, right? So Jalen Sargent, who's been so instrumental piling up yardage the last couple of drives, helping set up the passing game for Haywood. And they wait him on the field, shaken up. What was tough to see is it looked like Sargent couldn't put any weight on his leg. And Cart coming onto the field now. The home crowd, all eyes on Jalen Sargent, showing a sign of unity. Their other tailback, William Camacho, not suited up tonight either.
Hey, Brady, you need a drink? I'm all right. Okay, thank you. Father, how about you? Yeah, that'd be good. What do you got, Jack? I've got a variety. Variety? I like variety.
We got a Coke, Dr. Pepper, a Squirt, a water.
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 The guy that invented water is pretty smart.
Yeah. No, I wish I was the guy that put it in a plastic bottle and sold it for $1. That's
Right? That's even
that's who I want. But here I got a paper. Can I get you a drink? Yep. Here you go.
Still tending to Sargent near the end zone.
Did he break something?
Something's bad.
Sargent, a junior, as they help him get onto the cart. And of course, hoping the best for that young man. It's really helped this team gain confidence the last couple of drives, especially with new sophomore quarterback Jared Haywood at the helm. They've already handed the ball to Sargent 11 times. And on the verge of a possible touchdown.
wireless down there somewhere.
So Sargent is carted off the field. Coaches checking in with him. Teammates as well. But the offense that he helped get down the field, still with a great shot at a touchdown as they face 2nd and goal from the 3. And in the backfield now,
Go.
looking for room on the right side, his first carry.
25, Charles Lott.
That's number 25, taking over for Sargent.
Ball's about on the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal.
3rd down. Still trying to find a name for you there on 25.
It's on his list.
Charles Lott, the ball carrier. And this time, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alemany. Listed at 5'9", 195, running back linebacker senior Charles Lott coming in for Jalen Sargent, scoring the first touchdown of the game. On for the PAT is Vivas, and he kicks it through good after that long field goal he had in the first quarter. Alemany now up 12-0 on the visiting Knights of Notre Dame.
Carried by number 25, Charles Lott.
So they've had the field goal, the safety,
Result of the play was a
and the touchdown.
Warriors touchdown! With 6 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half, the score, Notre Dame Knights 0, your Alemany Warriors 12.
So we saw Sargent picking up positive yardage on a few carries on that drive. Lott taking over for him, scoring a touchdown on his 2nd carry, but most importantly in the framework of the game, the growing confidence of sophomore quarterback Jared Haywood opened this game in the air. 1 for 8 passing, but 4 for 5 in his last 5 pass attempts. We'll see if that pays dividends in the 2.5 quarters left to play. It'll be a touchback for Notre Dame. Now in a 12-0 hole.
Ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. First down, Knights.
So from the 20, Noah Taylor, who I believe is also missing his most explosive back. Or no, there he is on the field. I've been looking for him all game, and now he's taking the field of the offense. So maybe that's a strategy for Coach Kevin Rooney to keep giving them different looks. We've seen Malachi Meeks. We've seen Mikael Broussard. And now number 23, their explosive runner, who's ripped off a number of long runs this year, the junior number 23, Christian Grubb. There he is, cutting back. Grubb looking for room on the inside. Alemany well aware of the talent of this young man as the pile pushes him back just a bit at the end of the play. Gain of 2 after all that.
And on the tackle, number 2, Allen Green. Along with number 28.
Grubb already this year has runs of 80, 66, and 51 yards. So he is explosive. Averaging 19 yards a carry coming in. 22 carries, 418 yards. Taylor looking in the air, that left-handed throw to the sideline, coming back for it and making a nice adjustment on the ball is number 4, Cade Harris.
Number 4, Cade Harris.
It's a gain of 12. I believe the first completion of the game for Taylor. First down and 10 from the 34. And the trick play, streaking down the left sideline. Noah Taylor after the pass from number 2, Cameron Jones, and make it 66 yards to pay dirt. Noah Taylor, the quarterback, on the touchdown reception, the misdirection to the right side of the field, dragged that Alemany defense all the way away from Taylor, and he snuck behind them, streaking down the left sideline. Here it is, high snap, the handoff to number 2, Cameron Jones. Jones showing he has a bit of an arm as well, just ahead of Taylor. Taylor all the way to the end zone. Just like that, the lead is cut in half and a chance to cut it to 12-7 as the kicking unit comes on. Number 17, Cam Sharafatian, I'll get it right eventually, puts it through the uprights. Take a look at this play. So, a team that's been very conservative in their play calling all game long really set it up for this one, as Taylor leaving a trail of gray jerseys in the dust.
This quarterback's going to Cal next year?
Is he?
Yeah. Good. Notre Dame one? No?
The quarterback for Hart last night. He's a good baseball player though, 11. So Noah Taylor, who came in as the team's leading passer and leading rusher, is the team's leader in receiving yardage tonight with one grab for 66 yards, and that's good for a touchdown. (12-7), under 5 minutes, 4:57 to go. They're looking onside.
Penalty marker on the field. Oh, illegal touching.
They've done a couple of rule adjustments to the onside kick this year, trying to make sense of them. That one may just not have gone 10, or I think the man ran too soon. Not sure if the officials will give us those details, but nonetheless, we're kicking again.
They moved it back, right? Yeah. 5 yards.
Penalty on the kickoff
Cam Sharafatian, the kicker.
against the Knights. Ball will be spotted on the 35-yard line. Kick again. Oh, sorry.
12-7, Alemany on top. Mission League matchup. Mission Hills is our location. Notre Dame traveling from nearby Sherman Oaks. Looking for Coach Kevin Rooney's 300th career win. You need to average about 7 or 8 wins a year to achieve that mark in his 38th season. Yeah, it's a short kick again. Mishandled. And Notre Dame looks like they came up with it, and they sure did. So Sharafatian with that short kick again to that same side, almost like they know something over there, and misplayed and diving on it for the Knights. Number 20 it is. Sequoia Magdalena, the wide receiver free safety, is the hands man on special teams, setting up his offense. After that trick play resulted in a touchdown, now they're only 35 yards away from taking a lead in this game. To the ground they go. To Mikel Broussard. short gain. Haven't cut Broussard loose yet this game. He's only got 5 carries for 15 yards. Still surprised we haven't seen more of Grubb with that impressive 19 yards per carry average, but he doesn't get many carries per game. We'll go over that in a moment. Up the middle, there's Broussard. So Broussard, almost like he was listening in on the broadcast saying, oh, I haven't gotten any big runs. Here's one for you. LivePlaySports.tv, right up the middle. 16-yard gain for number 24, the junior, the team leader in touchdowns. Malachi Meeks, the more powerful back now, joined by Noah Taylor. Taylor out of the shotgun. Taylor the fake. Taylor the sideline pass. Bounces off his man's chest and nearly into the Gatorade tanks on the sideline. There's a flag. You see Quentin Lyons, 44 there, and now he runs off 5'10", 250. Sophomore listed as a tight end, defensive tackle, and nose guard. It's actually a personal foul against Alemany, so that's as good as a big play. At the 9-yard line, make it 1st and goal. 2-back offense this time. The 2 juniors, Meeks and Broussard, joining senior Noah Taylor out of the shotgun, the quarterback. Into the pile goes Broussard. Broussard keeps on going. Alemany tackled by number 28. Steve McIntosh. And a fumble. Alemany says they have it. Here's your replay. Out of the snap. Mishandled.
Still on like the 4. Yeah, it looks like the 4. Right.
Mark it at the 4. 1-back offense. The naked bootleg. Noah Taylor with his 2nd touchdown. He's got a touchdown reception and a touchdown run, and Notre Dame now has the lead up 13-12 on Alemany. We've got ourselves a football game from Alemany High in Mission Hills. Setting up for the PAT now. Sheriff Etienne. It's good. 14-12. Notre Dame on top.
2 minutes, 51 seconds left in the first half to score. Notre Dame Knights 14. Alemany Warriors.
2:51 to go. As you see, Noah Taylor, the athlete. And so much real estate there, it looked like an open house. Taking it in for 6. So these teams now with a big momentum swing. It was 12-0 Alemany. Notre Dame, known for its conservative offense, found the binder marked trick plays, went to it, got a 66-yard touchdown reception from Noah Taylor. And Taylor on this drive following it up with the onside kick recovery, actually the fumble recovery on the short kickoff, leading the team on a drive down the field and running it in from 4 yards out for a rushing touchdown. And their variety of kickoffs continue. Now a grounder up the middle, and oh, danger again. The fans and coaching staff telling Alemany, get that ball. And they survived that one. Brain Balance Achievement Center of Valencia, one of our proud sponsors here at LivePlaySports.tv. It's a 25-yard line.
2 minutes left.
First down, Warriors.
Alemany back on offense. Haywood sending a man in motion. Hands it to that man. He's got some room. He's got some speed. But that gap is sealed quickly by Notre Dame's defense.
Down goal by number 27, Mo Johnson.
Trying to get Chase Edwards-Morgan, the playmaker, involved out of the wide receiver position. He had 102 yards receiving in week 1. That time they sent him in motion
Ball was spotted on the 27-yard line.
in a spread formation, handed the ball off to him, and he only came up with 2 yards. Bombada, still the tailback after the injury to Sargent. Across the middle, dangerous, intercepted across the middle, and taking it to the end zone for Notre Dame is number 27.
Intercepted by number 27, Mo Johnson.
For the touchdown. There's the dangerous throw, 27 right there, Johnson. And he's got a diagonal straight away for 6. They've got his name abbreviated here as W. Mo Johnson. So not sure what to call him. We'll just go with Mo Johnson. Mo Johnson with a touchdown. Certainly seen our variety of scoring tonight, from field goals to safeties to trick plays to pick sixes to rushing touchdowns. And we've still got 2:07 to go in the second quarter. Sophomore with the TD, 5'10", 193 listed in the program. And the extra point is good. So 21-12, seemingly suddenly by Notre Dame.
First half, the score, Notre Dame Knights 21, or Alemany Warriors 12.
So Alemany looked in good shape just about 15 minutes ago, and now down 9 to the visitors. Costly turnovers by special teams and by offense, so the two things that Coach James Washington said lost them their last game. And yeah, will they go to that onside kick again? Let's see. This time they work the left side of the field. Almost like they're trying to expose the entire special teams of Alemany, but it's secured and brought back for about a 5-yard return. .204 to go. They'll have a chance to run a 2-minute offense with sophomore Jared Haywood. Can he get back into that rhythm he had before this Notre Dame scoring explosion of sorts? Working with a new tailback. Had a nice relationship established in the passing game with Alan Green. They have the playmaker in Jacob Perez. So it's really all about how can they get these guys open in space and give them room to operate. With 2:04 to go on the 36-yard line, here we go, rolling left to the sideline through the hands to Chase Edwards Morgan. So Morgan, bit of an inconsistent night for him thus far. Now exactly 2 minutes on the clock. Back to that left side. With a little room to operate, there is Alan Green.
Pass complete to number 2, Alan Green. Defending on the play, number 7.
Gain of 6 by Green.
Along with number 29, Matthew Hamilton.
I've got Green for 3 grabs for 28 yards unofficially. A lot of time this time for Haywood. Haywood rolls right. Coverage down the field. Short pass. Coming back for it. Does he get it? It's Green making the adjustment on the ball, but also a yellow flag resides at about the 44-yard line. Nice throw on the run by Haywood. And the thing about balls like that is that they are very uninterceptable, if that's a word, once it bounces up off the man's chest. And you'd like to see that after he threw that pick 6 on the last drive.
Now let's vote downfield.
37-yard line penalty against Alemany.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
3rd down and 9. 1:10 to go, 21-12. So the best they can do is go into halftime down 1 if they get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, if they choose to do so.
Substitution infraction. He said that, right? Yeah. Against the Knights.
So a substitution infraction against Notre Dame. Pushes it to the 42, 3rd down and 4. 1:09 officially on the clock from the shotgun. Haywood in the backfield with him, Bombada, who is really their 3rd option at running back after Camacho sat out and the injury to Sargent. 3 wideouts to his left, 1 man up top. To the ground. Snuffed out right away by Notre Dame. Grabbing him by the waist. 27 and 18 helping each other out for the Notre Dame defense. Mo Johnson, who had the pick 6, number 27. And Gonzalo Robledo III, number 18. As 4th down and 9, punting unit will come on. Notre Dame will call time. Try to strategize what they want to do with this 49 seconds. A shot at a kick return, most likely. And another chance for this offense. Noah Taylor, who showed a bit of inventiveness in the 2nd quarter.
Brody, before brain balance, struggled in a lot of ways.
Brianna was diagnosed with visual and auditory processing disorder and dyslexia.
You know when your child is struggling. Discover Brain Balance. Our program delivers on the promise of a better life for your child and your entire family.
She's always reading now.
Ella is a completely different child after Brain Balance.
This really is the answer.
Find real help for your struggling child. Call 800-877-5500 or visit brainbalance.com.
And we're back. Punting for Alemany. Number 3, Aldo Giamanco, senior. Also on the wide receiver depth chart. And he punts it right to number 4 for Notre Dame, who cuts across the field looking for room. And finding the sideline, cutting back upfield all the way to about the 41 to the 40, maybe inside. We'll see where they mark it. Cade Harris doing damage. So that is something teams set up. It looks like Notre Dame knew the formation. Harris cutting across the field and the blockers creating room for him. And it worked like a charm to the 41-yard line. Long return by Harris. 34.6 seconds for Taylor to try to put some more points on the board. Taylor throws it way down the field. He's going for Pater, diving into the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Sequoia Magdalena. That caught Alemany off guard. That caught us off guard. As Taylor finally really showing us the arm. Just ahead of his man, about 2 or 3 yards. Stops the clock with 27.8 to go. 2nd and 10. Maybe that's the game plan. Just take a few shots at the end zone. See if you can't win the lottery. 21-12 lead. They're up 9. They've got Alemany on their heels after these last couple drives. Fake the handoff, fake the throw. Incomplete. .5 seconds on the clock now. You have to wonder. I mentioned Grubb again, not sure of his health status. We have seen him tonight, but with that huge yards per carry, maybe why not put him into the game and try a draw play, but Coach Rooney knows what he's doing. Taylor looking down the field again, cutting across the field to his man, number 2 with a nice move to shake him. Getting out of bounds, Cameron Jones, who had that touchdown throw to Taylor. That time Taylor returning the favor, finding Jones cutting across the middle of the field, and Jones making the smart football move at the end of the second quarter to stop the clock. 15 seconds to go. I believe a 14-yard pass play to Cameron Jones. .15 seconds on the clock, as I said, but it is of utmost importance here at the end of the second quarter. Halftime just around the corner. Noah Taylor out of the shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side of the field. He looks left. He's a left-handed thrower. Alemany defense has him on the run with a big pass rush. Throws it into in between a couple of white jerseys. And a flag flies. This is most likely a roughing the passer penalty if you go by the moans of the Alemany crowd. See Taylor at the end of the play in pursuit, and just after he released it, it was really as much where he hit him as to when he hit him. You see the helmet kind of jar. Want to protect these players, and he did get the ball off, so they will pay the price as the officials march the ball down the field in favor of Notre Dame. To the 13-yard line.
First down, Knights.
7.8 seconds left on the clock. Coach Kevin Rooney choosing to bring on his kicker. Try to go for the points, doesn't want to risk it with the clock, and the kick is good, so Sheriff Etienne knocks it through for 3. .30-yard field goal. We saw a 40-yard field goal from Vivas on the other side. Okay, so actually the field goal is no good? So we saw one official make the call. We saw Sheriff Etienne celebrate running off the field. He thought he was good. Uncertainty here at Alemany in the booth as well. The home squad staff is as confused as I am. I saw Sheriff Etienne run off the field pumping his fist as if he made the kick. And we get official, unofficial words from 2 Alemany crowd members. You'd think they tell us the field goal's good. We're going with them. I mean, they don't want the points to be on the board, so if they're telling us it was good. And they kick it right off an Alemany player, and he bursts up, 1 man to beat, and a nice tackle by number 24. Mikel Broussard. So that was an adventurous kickoff. We've seen a few of those as well. Very interesting first half. And it ends with this hit. 33 for Alemany was the return man. Jim DeYoung, the sophomore. But at halftime, officially the score, Notre Dame 24, Alemany 12. On homecoming nights from Alemany High School in Mission Hills, California, watching LivePlaySports.tv. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan. We got another half of football left for you after these halftime festivities. The red carpet is being rolled out to celebrate homecoming. But we'll see you for more on the gridiron in 20 minutes or so. Thanks for watching. Third quarter on the way.
That you like. Select your tutor, followed by the date and time that suits your schedule best. Then just fill out our simple booking form with your contact information and click Request Booking. You'll then receive a tentative confirmation email from us, followed by a final confirmation. And that's it. See you there.
I want to share something with you guys today. That's you're a lot smarter than you think you are. A lot of the students I work with, they think, oh, I don't have a talent in math, I'm never gonna get it. All these smart kids, they don't have to study and they get the A's. And even though some kids might get it quicker than others, that doesn't mean that that hidden talent and expertise isn't within you too. Guys, you just have to work a little harder for it is all, just like I did. But I wasn't always good at math, you know? In fact, I stunk at it for a while. I got the C's, the D's, the F's, the N's. I had to retake classes, but I never stopped. And here's a statement that I want to share with you guys. It's one that I've always lived by. And that's greater than talent is practice. Greater than practice is heart. Practice with heart, and you'll find that a little talent goes a long way. Think about that.
"15 times a day he would have a fit."
Prior to brain balance, my son was very much unable to focus.
Diagnosed with ADHD or a processing problem? Discover Brain Balance. Brain Balance delivers on the promise of a better life for your child and your family.
As we went through our first month huge things started to happen.
There was major growth in her fine motor skills.
It's been an amazing transformation.
Find real help for your struggling child. Call 800-877-5500 or visit brainbalance.com.
Our alumni in the alumni section for coming back for tonight's presentation. On behalf of Mr. Chambers and the entire Alemany community, we are honored you join us and we thank you for your support. This year's homecoming court is a group of students who are recognized by the Alemany student body for their school spirit and achievements on campus. Now please join me in welcoming your 2017 homecoming court. First, welcome your freshman class Prince and Princess, Chase Carl and Sierra Gomez. And next, welcome your sophomore class Prince and Princess, Phyllis Buckley and Rebecca Torres. And now, here is your junior class Prince and Princess, Adam Espinoza and Caleb Silva. And now, we are proud to present your senior chorus. Our first prince is Carson Chadbourne. Carson participated on both the swim team and ASB for 3 years. He is currently the senior class president, who is also secretary of the Literary Society. He hopes to attend Boston University. Carson Chadbourne. Our next prince is Dirk Ryan. Dirk has played both baseball and basketball here at Alemany and is considering attending the University of San Diego. Our next prince is Fred Odiombo. Fred is a 2-year basketball player here at Alemany. He's being recruited by LMU, Oregon State, USC, and UCLA and UC Santa Barbara. And he will choose one of those at the end of the year. Fred Odiombo. And our next prince is Isaac Lemus. Isaac played football for 3 years while at Alemany and is now a coach at Academia and member of the ASB. He plans to attend UCLA. Isaac Lemus. And our next prince is Kyle Vergara. Kyle played basketball for 2 years as a top 10 Alemany scholar. He has been a part of the ASB for 2 years and is also on the academic decathlon team. Kyle plans to break Alemany and go to Stanford. Kyle Vergara. And our final prince is Noah Cardenas. Noah has been a member of our baseball
Booking a math tutoring session has never been easier until now. Visit our website today and book your first hour free. Start by choosing your location and the type of session that you'd like. Select your tutor, followed by the date and time that suits your schedule best. Then just fill out our simple booking form with your contact information and click Request Booking. You'll then receive a tentative confirmation email from us, followed by a final confirmation. And that's it. See you there.
Brody, before brain balance, struggled in a lot of ways.
Brianna was diagnosed with visual and auditory processing disorder and dyslexia.
You know when your child is struggling. Discover Brain Balance. Our program delivers on the promise of a better life for your child and your entire family.
She's always reading now.
Ella is a completely different child after brain balance.
This really is the answer.
Find real help for your struggling child. Call 800-877-5500 or visit brainbalance.com.
Brody, before brain balance, struggled in a lot of ways.
Brianna was diagnosed with visual and auditory processing disorder and dyslexia.
You know when your child is struggling. Discover Brain Balance. Our program delivers on the promise of a better life for your child and your entire family.
She's always reading now.
Ella is a completely different child after brain balance.
This really is the answer.
Find real help for your struggling child. Call 800-877-5500 or visit brainbalance.com.
Okay, folks, the halftime activities, celebration, homecoming. What a celebration. Fireworks, no joke here at Alemany High School. I was down by our TV truck, set off about 20 to 25 car alarms from what I could hear. And the first half, it was Notre Dame on top 24-12 over Alemany. 24 unanswered points as Alemany opened the scoring with a safety by Palacios. Their kicker Vivas with a nice 40-yard field goal. Then Jalen Sargent, their tailback, left the game with an injury. Charles Lott inserted at the 3-yard line on his second carry, scored a touchdown. That was 12-0 for Alemany, but after that, it was the reversal of fortune for Notre Dame with the trick play. Their quarterback, Nate Taylor, with a 66-yard touchdown reception from wide receiver Cameron Jones. On the next drive, Taylor took it in from 4 yards out on a run. Then it was Mo Johnson with a pick six on defense, and their kicker, Sheriff Etienne, from 30 yards out made it 24-12. Notre Dame on top, looking for Coach Kevin Rooney's 300th career win tonight in his 38th season as the head man at Notre Dame High School of Sherman Oaks. Another thing in the second half, a bit of a mystery as a couple of tailbacks have been absent from the onset. We know William Camacho is sitting out for Alemany, but on the other side, the big playback, Christian Grubb, has seen very limited action for Notre Dame. Came into the game with 22 carries for 418 yards, averaging 19 yards a carry with 4 touchdowns. He opened the season with 3 straight 100-yard rushing games, but in those games, only 5, 6, and 4 carries. So it's not unusual for him to get so few carries. It's just that he usually breaks long runs, and maybe that's a second half thing. Maybe we'll see that in the second half, him involved more in the offense. Also an adventurous kicking game tonight. Notre Dame trying a variety of short grounders, squib kicks, onside kicks. There's Coach Kevin Rooney, 299 career wins, right on the brink of 300. We got a chance to ask Coach Rooney his favorite memory. Says he loves the players, loves the sport, that coaching has served a purpose, teaching athletes how to work together as a team and how to work hard in life. And you don't last that long unless you're doing not just some things right, a whole lot of things right. Known for his attention to detail at every position on the field, his position coaches speak so highly of him in that regard, where they know they can't slack as Rooney's watching that game tape. And opening the second half with more adventures in the kicking game. So why not keep going to the well? It looks like Alemany's hands team isn't that trustworthy, at least not tonight. And Notre Dame knows it. And Sheriff Etienne trying another one off the hands of Morgan, who had a fumble in the first half as well. But Alemany does come up with it. Here comes sophomore quarterback Jared Haywood, who we saw build confidence after opening the game with a long passing drought. But he had a sequence where he completed 4 or 5 passes and is now 5 for his last 7. Establishing a relationship with receiver Alan Green. They've got a big play guy in Jacob Perez. Have not uncorked him quite yet tonight to find him in space down the field. Notre Dame with a solid defense. Second down and 7 after that 3-yard gain. It is Charles Lott Jr. in the backfield with Haywood. And they do open the second half with Lott on the ground. Now looking to the air. He has time. Throwing down the right sideline. And the ball bounces and into the hands of the receiver. So it's Jacob Perez coming up with it. It wasn't the best throw, but it doesn't matter where it starts. It matters where it ends, as you see. Off the Notre Dame defender into the hands of Jacob Perez for a 30-yard pass play. From the 31 now, first down and 10. Going to the air again. Taking on the Notre Dame defense head on. Aldo Giamanco with a catch. Gain of 2. And have to keep mentioning it, the confidence of Haywood growing. To the ground, to Lott. Gain of 3 by Lott. Third down and 4. Shotgun formation. Lott on the left side. Once again finds a little bit of a hole. But comes up short. Lott taking over for Jalen Sargent. So their top 2 runners not in the game. Three carries on this drive for Lott, all resulting in 3 yards each. To Lott again. I think he got 2 and he needed 1. Notre Dame trying to influence the referee's decision. And they will call out the measurement team. Beautiful halftime ceremony, homecoming. Really stacking in the crowd. It was tough for me to navigate even getting down to the truck and back. Brain Balance Achievement Center of Valencia, one of our sponsors tonight. I forget the exact anecdotes that Brain Balance gave us a couple of weeks ago, but pretty sure I used those skills to get through this crowd on the way back up to the booth. Measurement, Notre Dame says nope. Taking over on downs are the Knights. They'll take over at the 21-yard line with 10:20 to go in the third quarter, doubling up Alemany thus far, 24-12. Notre Dame looking very much like Notre Dame, as in the South Bend Fighting Irish. And current Fighting Irish wide receiver C.J. Sanders actually played for this Notre Dame Sherman Oaks team in high school. Shotgun, Taylor. He does that kind of drag handoff fake, keeps it himself with Broussard in the backfield. And why not hide the ball like that? Because of the deception. They're both such big running threats. You've got to make such a split-second decision who to pursue and who has the ball. It's a personal foul against Alemany, resulting in a first down. Dead ball foul. Takes it to the 40. Sticking with Meeks and Broussard in the backfield. Still no Christian Grubb. The fake, Taylor up the middle. Taylor, one man to beat. Taylor dragged down just short of the end zone. A 59-yard burst up the middle by Noah Taylor. He had a 66-yard touchdown reception earlier, showing the versatility tonight, getting out in the open field. But great effort by Alemany, chasing him down. Looks like he was gone. But number 2, Allen Green, with a touchdown-saving tackle. Nonetheless, it will be first and goal on the 2-yard line, so call it a 58-yard run by Taylor. Going to their version of a power back in Meeks, but he can't get in. Meeks not really carrying the ball much this evening either. They've gone to Broussard more than anyone. Second and goal. Now from the 1-yard line. So they stack the line of scrimmage. Taylor fumbles a snap. Looks like 53 for Notre Dame saved the turnover. Garrett Easton, senior guard. We saw it in the first half. Taylor with that snap out of the shotgun, get away from him, resulting in a safety and another fumble snap as well. So that's the third time there's been a misplay exchange between center and quarterback tonight, something Notre Dame really wants to shore up, especially with this Mission League schedule. Now the pitch to the right side, taking on the Alemany defense. And he gets in there. Number 28, Malachi Meeks with his first touchdown of the evening from 1 yard out. 30-12, Notre Dame. Fifth rushing touchdown of the season for Meeks, the junior. And they do that formation again where they start on the left side and then reposition themselves in the middle of the field for the extra point attempt. Cam Sharafatian knocks it through once again and make it 31 unanswered points for the visitors of Sherman Oaks Notre Dame High. Right here, just your textbook pitch to the right side. 33. Not enough power to stop the 5'9", 210-pound Meeks as he's in the end zone. So Alemany, who early on was the more opportunistic team, but ever since that trick play by Notre Dame, momentum has swung. Now up 19 with 7:57 to go in the third quarter. Still plenty of time. And this kickoff sequence has been an adventure all night. Sheriff Etienne, they've done some serious scouting on the hands team of Alemany, as we'll see what's in store on this attempt. Oh, and they just go with the regular kickoff finally. But it's an adventure as well as it rolls into the end zone. Touchback ball will be at the 20-yard line as Jared Haywood, who's been pretty accurate the last quarter and a half, really needs his playmakers to answer the call now. Apollo's Barbershop, one of our sponsors tonight, sophistication with an edge, specializing in men's hair over in Valencia, the only real barbershop in Valencia. Haywood, joined by Charles Lott in the backfield. Spreading it out with the 4 wideouts. Looking to his left. And got to catch that. Although Giamanco with probably about the 5th or 6th drop tonight for Alemany. You're not going to win like that either. Haywood looking sideline for James Washington's coaching staff. Here they go. 2nd and 10. Steps up in the pocket and brought down by number 44, Quentin Lyons, the sophomore. You've seen Lyons used a lot as a blocking tight end tonight as well. You're watching LivePlaySports.tv. We're in Mission Hills, California. Alemany High School to the ground on 3rd and 10. Lott, the ball carrier. Seven-yard gain for Lott as he tries to fill the void that Sargent left when he was injured in the first half near the goal line. Although Giamanco, the punter, shaking his head, perhaps still thinking about that drop pass he had at the receiver position a couple of downs ago. 2 men back deep for Notre Dame. They stand just shy of the 40-yard line. Giamanco. Kick, caught by number 4, who tried to do that cut across the field again to look like Kate Harris, but didn't go far. Number 10, Nazar Bambata, in on the tackle from the 45-yard line. Now here comes the Notre Dame offense. Out of the shotgun, Noah Taylor, a little bit of a high snap. Keeps it, and that is Grubb. So nice job by Alemany, especially with Grubb in the backfield because he's such a big play threat. But they saw that Taylor held on to it, and the man down might be Taylor. It is. So their quarterback with his back on the field right now. Yeah, we've seen enough injuries tonight, folks. See the handoff, Taylor. Well, not the handoff, he kept it himself. Hanging on to that. Yeah, you see that twist at the end of the play on the ankle by the tackler. And we'll take some time to check on Taylor. We just ripped off a 58-yard run on the last drive. So Taylor being helped off, but at least he's on his feet. Two sports star, baseball, football for Notre Dame High. And the new quarterback for Notre Dame is number 12, Toby Baclayan, 6 foot, 185-pound junior, Toby Baclayan. And there's Grubb. So now Grubb's showing us why he has that lofty yards per carry average. Gain of 9, even though that's modest compared to his 19 yards per carry average coming in. Now at the 46. Baclayan to Grubb, and Grubb showing some power as well, in addition to his speed. Forgive me on the pronunciations. I've already given 3 different ones of the quarterback. I think Baclayan is right. We'll go with that. If I'm wrong, let me know. We're over here in the booth on the Alemany side. .448 to go, timeout on the field, 31-12 Notre Dame up on Alemany. Alemany, the home squad tonight on homecoming night on liveplaysports.tv. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan with your coverage. Very interesting game thus far. A couple of field goals, safety, trick play to really turn the tide for Notre Dame. Pick 6 as well. Too many injuries. Of course, one is too many, but I already saw a young man carted off the field. Notre Dame's quarterback Noah Taylor just exited 2 plays ago when he was shaken up. Don't have the status on him yet. Brain Balance Achievement Center of Valencia helping us out tonight as one of our sponsors. Got a chance to talk to Dr. G, James Griddlestone. Joined us for a quarter of analysis a couple weeks ago in a West Ranch of Valencia football game. That team having a successful season thus far as well. Last night, we were up at Canyon High watching the Hart Indians take care of Ventura 26-0 in a shutout. And here tonight, it's 31-12. And now number 2 in a quarterback. Running it is Cameron Jones. Now that doesn't look as new to us because Jones was the man who earlier had the trick play touchdown throw to Noah Taylor. Jones fakes the handoff right. Shows some patience on the left side, and then a slight crease and a nice cut at the end of the play, darting laterally to his left before he's pushed out of bounds by number 4 for Alemany. Elijah Doyle, their standout defensive back. Arizona State commit. Flag on the play, though. Only 15. They call a personal foul for pushing him at the end. Flag was on Doyle for the push at the end of the play. And now back at quarterback, it's Backleon. And Grubb is the ball carrier. Gain of 3 by Grubb. Second down and 7. From the 12. Grubb remains in the backfield with Backleon. Grubb showing that elusiveness. Grubb through the defense. Grubb, and wow. From 12 yards out, we've wondered where he's been all game, and just on that run, you see why he has been so successful this season getting into the end zone. Junior tailback, Christian Grubb. His 5th touchdown run of the year for Notre Dame. Puts him up 37-12. Wait, that was from the 12, right? Was that from the 12? Sheriff Etienne, who has seen plenty of work tonight in the kicking game, called upon to make about 7 or 8 different styles of kickoffs. He's knocked a field goal through, and he's been perfect on his extra points thus far. And he makes it 38-12 with 3:51 to go in the third quarter.
3 minutes, 51 seconds left in the third quarter. The score, Notre Dame Knights 38, Alemany Warriors 12.
17-17 is almost halftime.
Really? Who's got the ball?
Well, they just
What impressed me most about that touchdown run by Grubb is within a carry that only went for 12 yards, it showed the ability to start and stop and adjust speeds. Broke tackles at the end with a little burst into the end zone. Listed at 5'11", 170. He's a good one for the Knights.
Number 18, Nicholas Wyatt,
Notre Dame turned out a lot of notable football young men over the years. Dane Christ, the former quarterback of Notre Dame, University of Notre Dame, and Kansas. How about Terry Donahue? The old UCLA coach, was general manager of the 49ers. Justin Fargas, former Raiders running back. And hanging onto the ball, most importantly, is Bambata for Alemany on another short kickoff. Talk about the kicking of Sheriff Etienne tonight. Nick Folk, a longtime NFL kicker, was also a kicker for Notre Dame High. Played for the Jets, among other teams.
First down, Warriors.
Prima Vista Tutoring Solutions helping us out as a sponsor tonight. They provide one-on-one group and in-home as well as online tutoring since 2011 with students from toddler to adults in college. Their founders both have civil engineering degrees. They have easy online booking, no upfront costs or cancellation fees to the ground. Here comes Bambata. Bambata turning left. Just past midfield. So facing a 26-point gap. Are the Warriors. Now at midfield, 5-yard gain by Bambata. They go back to him, this time to the right side. He cuts back in, and he's propelled forward to about the 46 for a gain of 4. Shotgun, 4 wideouts for Haywood. Even though they're down 26, there has been some encouraging signs from Haywood tonight, taking over for Trip Mitchell, who's out with an injury. He's had some sequences where he's completed a number of passes in a row, and there's another one. Jacob Perez for 11. 35-yard line, 2:52 to go. Alemany still looking patient out there. There's plenty of time left in this game. Looking down the field, throws across the middle for a short pass, and it's complete again. Receiver is Perez for the second consecutive down. Fifth catch of the night for Perez. Came in with 36, now over 40 on the season. Looking down the field, across the middle, dangerous throw as it gets through the receiver's hands. First incompletion of the second half for Haywood after completing 4 passes in a row. Third down and 6 from the 31. They go to the ground to Bambata. Bambata with a stiff arm. Bambata showing some tough running on this drive. Gain of 1. He's got 3 carries for 10 yards on this drive, but look at him at the end of this play saying, I want this 1 yard, I'll take it. 4th down and 5 on the 30. Still in this shotgun is Haywood, still with the 1 back. 3 receivers. Looks to his right. In the middle of the defense, finds Perez for a first down.
Pass complete to number 9, Jacob Perez.
Perez, a savvy receiver. He knows when to stop and find the little creases in the defense, and you got to take what they give you. These short gains is what they're giving them right now. Gain of 8. From the 22, 1st and 10. Taking a strike through the hands, hitting the ground. So Haywood has survived a couple of scary interception type throws tonight, and that was another one. And he did throw that 1 pick 6 through the hands of, looks like 65, and he's got that cast wrapped up. That's going to be tough to catch the ball with that on your arm. Bambata, again, Bambata shifting gears, finds a hole. Under a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Gain of 6 by Bambata. Clock ticking away, 46 and counting. Ball on the 16. They say 3rd down and 4 on the scoreboard here at Father Milbauer Stadium from Alemany High School in Mission Hills. Under their Friday night lights, man in motion. They go to that man in motion, and he bobbles the ball, but then is able to hang on. Flag on the play. So they run him across the line of scrimmage here. You'll see Haywood taking the snap, and right away the bobble to number 13, the ball carrier, Bryce Banks. First time we've called his name tonight.
Ball carried by number 13, Bryce Banks.
And a personal foul, face mask against Notre Dame. So catching a break, Alemany, keeping this drive alive. 26 seconds to go in the third. First down and go from the 8-yard line now. Much better position. 23 joins Haywood in the backfield. And he'll take it up the gut into the end zone for a touchdown. Nearly untouched. Zachary Garcia out of nowhere with his first carry of the night. From 8 yards out for the touchdown. Garcia with a clear path to the end zone. Well, in the program, they've got Zachary Garcia and Jordan Brentley as 23, so let me make sure who that is. Is that Brentley or Garcia? Yeah, Brentley too. PAT is good now, 38-19, so they cut that lead in half with 12.5 seconds to go in the third quarter on the touchdown run off the bench. Zachary Garcia, number 23, listed as a defensive back. They have a couple of injuries at the tailback position, calling upon the 5'10", 180-pound senior, and he had great blocking on that one. And puts his team on the board here in the second half. They will kick off to Notre Dame, of course. A line drive kick through the hands of Broussard. And it rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Who will be the quarterback for Notre Dame on this series? We've got a long view to their sideline, so not sure the status of Taylor. He's number 11 if you make him out of the jerseys. There's the home crowd of Alemany, of course. Jubilant celebration at halftime. Expended a lot of energy trying to get that rallying spirit back after the touchdown, down 38-19, the home team. And they stay on the ground right away. Grubb is brought down. Bacleon still the quarterback. That will be the last play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Notre Dame Knights 38, your Alemany Warriors 19.
So Notre Dame on top, 38-19. 1 quarter left to play. Will Coach Kevin Rooney get his 300th career victory? He's in prime position to do so, but Alemany showing a fighting spirit after that touchdown moments ago. Here on LivePlaySports.tv, we're about to find out.
Before brain balance struggled in a lot of ways.
Brianna was diagnosed with visual and auditory processing disorder and dyslexia.
You know when your child is struggling. Discover Brain Balance. Our program delivers on the promise of a better life for your child and your entire family.
She's always reading now.
Ella is a completely different child after brain balance.
This really is the answer.
Find real help for your struggling child. Call 800-877-5500 or visit brainbalance.com.
Okay, we are back for the fourth quarter. There's the snap. Notre Dame on offense, spinning on the right side is the tailback. Number 2, Cameron Jones, who's lined up at wide receiver tonight and thrown a pass. And run from the quarterback position as well. So they move Jones around a bit. Gain of 1. Be 3rd and 10 for the Knights. Ball gets away. In trouble near the end zone. Brought down by a sea of gray jerseys. The Warriors. So Baclayon out of the shotgun. And that is just a really bad snap. Low by his left ankle and past him. And early, it looked like. Boy, Notre Dame does not want to invite Alemany back into this game. 19 is not an enormous amount of points to overcome. We still have pretty much a quarter of football left to play. They punt out of the back of the end zone. He bobbles that one, just gets it off. Fielded at the 44. Showing some fight is Morgan. Morgan breaks out of the pack. Morgan turns to the corner. Morgan, did he stay in bounds? He cuts back inside. Morgan into the end zone if he stayed in bounds. It is an electrifying 44-yard kick return, punt return for a touchdown. What's the verdict? Flag is down, and it's in that roughing the kicker territory. We'll see. And the referees never put their arms up. So Morgan bringing this crowd to life momentarily, but it could be all for naught. And yes, I think it's the worst possible scenario. A roughing the kicker call. So Notre Dame still on offense. Officially, the running into the kicker call in the back of the end zone. Really the last thing they wanted to do. Special teams all night sloppy. I understand being aggressive, wanting to make the play, but you've got such a great chance at a positive return inside the 50-yard line, and now instead Notre Dame back on offense. 1st and 10, they hand it off to Malachi Meeks, who gets a few yards moving forward. Matthew Hamilton. And he really didn't have to keep running. If he just crossed his body and kept his arms up, he probably would have had the block, or at least obstructed the kick a bit. I want to give your return man a chance with such prime opportunity. Like I said, he only had 44 yards to go, and he saw Morgan had the moves and the speed to do so, but they brought it back. And now Notre Dame, 2nd and 8, 19-point lead. Clock on the side of the visitors, 9:38 to go. So we thought there was a flag. There isn't one. Now there's a timeout on the field. Notre Dame calls timeout. Notre Dame, we mentioned
Ain't it bonkers?
Sorry that Apollo's Barber Shop commercial snuck up on me. Now we're back. I was saying we covered Notre Dame baseball as well this season, and they, of course, had one of the most heralded high school players in the nation in a long time grace the cover of Sports Illustrated. Hunter Green went number 2 overall in the Major League Draft for the Cincinnati Reds. And on the ground, here comes Cameron Jones. Jones turning the corner, following his blockers. The versatile 5'8", 160-pound senior wide receiver, cornerback. Lines up at running back, has lined up at quarterback tonight even. Picks up a first down. If you watch the ESPN special, the piece they did on Hunter Green, you saw that he practiced a lot of his pitching and gained his arm strength on the football field of the Knights. Seems to have paid off because he's thrown that ball over 100 miles an hour at times. His teammate Noah Taylor, the quarterback, knocked out of this game. The right fielder / quarterback now into the game is Toby Bacleon, and he hands it off to one of his trio of standout junior running backs. That's number 28, Malachi Meeks. Meeks has a touchdown run tonight. Hector Palacios in on the play, as well as Elijah Doyle.
No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
And looks like movement early. False start against Notre Dame on the offensive line. You see number 70 on the right of your screen, Jordan Palmer, 6'2", 315-pound senior. That's a nice anchor to have on the offensive line. '28 again. Malachi Meeks. Meeks came into the game averaging 6.4 yards a carry. Probably been held under that tonight, but making contributions with a healthy lead. 7:52 to go for Notre Dame. Bacleon on the right side to Mikel Broussard, now back in on the action. Also, Ben Gottschalk, another offensive lineman, alum of Notre Dame, who's played in the NFL the last couple of seasons. Here's the punt. Matthew Hamilton to the 35, rolling to the 29, and picked up, scooped up by Morgan. Morgan trying to atone for that last play. Morgan. Yeah, that last one called back. He was eager to break another one, and he nearly did. Takes it out to the 44-yard line. They've got to take their chances at this point. 6:54 on the clock, down 19. If you have playmakers, you got to give them a green light to be aggressive, to make plays. And Morgan, even though he's had a mixed night where he's mishandled some plays on offense and on special teams, he is one of their players that can take it to the house. So, trying to ignite a spark in the Warriors right now. 44-yard line, Haywood in at quarterback. He's been mostly impressive tonight. This young man has grown as a quarterback tonight from last week when he made his first start. And just like that, he throws an interception. So, number 5, Tommy Cantrell with the pick for Notre Dame. Boy, if there ever was jinxing a player, I think I did it right there. Out of the shotgun, Haywood talking about the improvements and adjustments he's made over the course of the game from last week, and he just throws it to Cantrell for the interception. So Notre Dame offense with a very short breather. They're back on the field. Grubb in the backfield with Broussard. Pick your poison. From the 47. The keeper. Back Leon looking for room, but he basically runs across the field and out of bounds for little or no gain. From the 45, shotgun to Broussard. Broussard tied for the team lead in receptions coming in as well with only 5. They run and run and run and occasionally pass. But on the verge of being 5-1, 6:10 to go in the 4th. Before tonight, actually, Broussard had the longest catch of the year, 47 yards. He's eclipsed by his quarterback, Noah Taylor, who had a 66-yarder tonight on that trick play. Shotgun. Broussard wrapped up right away. Nice play behind the line of scrimmage by Alemany.
Tackle made by number 5, Hector Palacios.
Hector Palacios been in on a number of plays this evening with the tackle. DeYoung is their leading tackler with 47 coming in. That one gets away. Hamilton, the punter, chasing it down, and he will kick it into the night sky. And it rolls, and boy, that's a friendly bounce. And look at Morgan. Morgan turning the corner. Morgan showing some aggression the last couple of returns. He really wants to make something happen. Frustrated. Playing with fire late in the game.
Chase Morgan.
They bring it back. Flag on the field against Alemany.
Holding against the Warriors is your ball.
Looks like a block in the back by Alemany. So tough, right when you think you catch a break, they bring them back. And really have to rally now. 4:49 to go, down 38-19. Start this drive at the 27-yard line. Shotgun up the gut. And cinched by the Knight defense. '65 Griffin Hartshorn making his presence known. 6 feet tall, 240-pound senior. Haywood with a nice throw across the middle, caught by number 18.
Pass complete to number 19, Alton Johnson. Defending on the play, number 5, Thomas.
Nicholas Wyatt with the catch. First catch of the night for him. Only a sophomore. 13 in motion. And he took the handoff, fumbled it. And Notre Dame officially recovers. Miscues, misexecution. Tough night for the Warriors. Do you see they sent 13 in motion? And he was looking ahead at the possible hole instead of securing the ball first. Sure you'll hear that from the coaches. Bryce Banks was the ball carrier. Notre Dame offense back on the field at the 40-yard line of Alemany. Christian Grubb. Nice first move, but then 3 defenders stopping him from getting through that second line of defense. 3:40 to go.
Second down and 9.
Prima Vista Tutoring Solutions. First hour is free over there. Math tutoring made simple. They provide session recordings for key problems and concepts. Snap. Handoff up the middle. Broussard breaking some tackles. And you really see how these backs complement each other. They are the same in some ways and different in other ways. As limping off the field for Notre Dame, number 22, Maxwell Cotton, 5'9", 175-pound junior. Hope he's okay in a game we've seen a number of injuries. Under 3 to go now. Number 8 checks in. Stephen Hepting, wide receiver. Number 9 out there as well. Andre Bray, sophomore receiver in the slot. Looks like quarterback keeper. Backley on for a couple. Alemany football program can boast Casey Clausen, former Tennessee quarterback, coach at Calabasas, as an alum on their side. Also, former University of Oregon standout quarterback Vernon Adams. High snap. And a big sack by number 8 for Alemany.
Quarterback sack by number 8, Robert Ruggiero.
Robert Ruggiero, the junior defensive end, comes up with the play. You see Backley on, looking for room, nothing there. Going for the strip on the end too. Well, there's a flag on the play. And the flag will be against Alemany. Tough night for the Warriors. Looked so promising early on when they opened up a 12-point lead. 12-0 in fact. But as we've seen time and time again, these games can turn the tide so quickly. Reminder, tomorrow night, Trinity Classical Academy versus Santa Clarita Christian, 7 p.m. kickoff here on liveplaysports.tv from College of the Canyons. Our trifecta of games, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. That'll be the last one. Shotgun, handoff. Looking for room, Broussard breaking a couple of tackles. Filling his stat sheet for the night. 1:11 to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. $38 points for the Knights tonight. They've already hit 40 twice this season in the opening 41-22 win versus St. Joseph, and in week 3 a 40-0 shutout of Lusinger. had another shutout after that, 29-0 versus San Fernando, before the loss to Loyola last week. Back to Broussard. Broussard still playing football. .28 and counting. Apollo's Barbershop help bringing you this game tonight. And the game is over, essentially, as the Knights start celebrating near the sideline. Under 10 seconds left. So, after being down 12-0, the Notre Dame Knights turning the tide with a trick play, a 66-yard touchdown throw from Cameron Jones to Noah Taylor. And Coach Kevin Rooney, how poetic is this, folks? In his 38th season at the helm at Notre Dame, his team puts up 38 points for his 300th career victory. Kevin Rooney, 18 league titles, 4 CIF Southern Section titles. He had 3 straight championships at one point, but really his reputation around the league, the school, and the community is putting together a fine program of young men, and they came through tonight after being down early, showing that resilience, getting Coach Rooney his 300th career victory. That's what Notre Dame wanted to see. They missed out last week, but they get it on the second try. They improve to 1-1 in the Mission League. They go to 5-1 overall. Alemany falls to 1-5 and 0-2 in the Mission League. And the Notre Dame players, you could tell at the end of the game, as excited for themselves as they are. Their coach Rooney underplaying the whole 300-win thing, but he will be content to let everybody else be happy for him, as he's done so much for the program over the years. Down on Riverside Drive in Sherman Oaks. The white jerseys, impressive, scoring in a variety of ways. The passing game, the running game, a pick six, interception return for a touchdown. 38-19, Notre Dame over Alemany here on LivePlaySports.tv. And Notre Dame with a chance to celebrate their coach and celebrate their team once again. Kevin Rooney, 300 career victories. I'm Patrick O'Sullivan. I brought you your play-by-play tonight here on Live Play Sports. And tomorrow, we'll be back up at College of the Canyons for Trinity versus Santa Clarita Christian. But congratulations one last time to Coach Kevin Rooney and the Notre Dame Knights. 300 career victories. Closing out the night at Alemany High School in Mission Hills, California. They raise those golden helmets in celebration. Thanks for watching, folks.
Brody, before brain balance, struggled in a lot of ways.
Brianna was diagnosed with visual and auditory processing disorder and dyslexia.
You know when your child is struggling. Discover Brain Balance. Our program delivers on the promise of a better life for your child and your entire family.
She's always reading now.
Ella is a completely different child after brain balance.
This really is the answer.
Find real help for your struggling child. Call 800-877-5500 or visit brainbalance.com.